What are you doing?
I'm trying to kiss you.
You know I have physical boundaries set for our relationship.
Come on, just one.
Should we be kissing? Should we be smooching? The Bible says when a man looks at a woman lustfully, he has committed adultery. How far is too far?
Is kissing a sin in a relationship? Because I've been in a relationship for 4 years and my partner says kissing before marriage is not a sin. So far we are both faithful. There is something about physical touch when it comes to someone with which you are in love. If I hold Reverend Femi's hand now, nothing will do my body. If he holds his wife, the woman may tell him, let's get home. So when we talk about kissing, you hold that person. You put your mouth. It's more than that is happening. Chemistry. Hormones. You are setting up some fire. You may do it today and say, nothing happened, nothing happened. You will need to do it tomorrow. Yes. And next tomorrow. And next one. And before you know it. Now, ladies, let me tell you this. When fornication takes place, you lose. That's the way it is. Don't let anybody deceive you. There's a part 1 student in my university now. She's pregnant for a part 1 student. Now she's at home. The part 1 student is in school. When a man impregnates you, you are sending a signal that you are irresponsible. It's a signal. They may not tell you, but even your in-laws say you are this cheap. So it's a lot. That's why we counsel you that, look, true love waits. Why don't you wait or go get married?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to kiss you.
You know I have physical boundaries set for our relationship.
Come on, just one.
Oh man, Nathaniel, you can do it. You can do it. Flee from sexual temptation. Run, 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 run.
Today's topic is Christian dating boundaries.
Yes, that is a good one.
Such a big topic because if you are really serious about honoring God, not only with your life, but with your relationship and your future marriage, then you got to get the dating boundaries in order.
We're here to help you.
So, how far is too far when it comes to physical boundaries in Christian dating? Really, I think that's the wrong question to ask. I think the question that we should be asking is, how close can I get to Jesus in my relationship? How can I best honor God with our relationship? Not how close can we get to the line of sin without actually sinning? That's the wrong question.
So in the Bible, God tells us to flee from sexual temptation. There's other times where it talks about sin and how to stay away from it, but sexual immorality, it says to flee from that. And what's cool about that is that it also says that every time you're in one of those situations, God gives you a way out. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is good. That's a good information. So don't ever be thinking that you're tempted beyond anything that you can handle, because there will be a way. And it's up to you. It's up to you to make that decision. Am I going to run from this sexual temptation, or am I going to feed into it and just see how close we can get?
So the actual verse is 1 Corinthians 10, and it says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it."
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool and an awesome promise, that we know that even though this area of sexual temptation is so challenging to overcome, that it can be done. It can be done with the help of God and the help of His Spirit guiding us through. Another thing to think about is that when you're dating somebody, that they are not actually yours. You know, you have not stood before God under a covenant, promising till death do you part, have not made these promises and oaths under God. So they're actually someone else's future spouse. So it's very important to view the people that you're dating in that way, that on their wedding day, can you shake their future husband or wife's hand and say, I took care of her, I took care of him, knowing that you respected them.
I like that, thinking about that. That's cool. So the way that God describes sex in the Bible is two becoming one flesh, which you really think about it is a pretty powerful thing. And I think that's why he wants us that to only be for marriage, is because it is that powerful. When two become one flesh, I think it clouds your judgment and it makes it hard for you to see the other person clearly, because you're just so connected in that way that it could make you stay with someone that you're maybe not even supposed to be with.
Yeah, and we hear stories all the time of women being in abusive relationships and like physically abused, and we're like, how can they possibly be staying in that relationship? Well, it might be because they have like became one flesh spiritually and tied their souls with that person, that it's almost becomes impossible for them to actually leave the relationship. We may be in a relationship with someone that we're not even intended to marry, but because you've had sex with them, it's like you feel so spiritually, physically, and emotionally connected to them that it's like you feel like you can't leave.